Hello students, today we discuss on the different biodiversity hotspot, and in this topic we just see what is hotspot with related to biodiversity, then Indian biodiversity hotspot, then also global biodiversity hotspot. Now what is biodiversity hotspot? The hotspot is nothing but a biogeographic region with a significant reservoir of a biodiversity one. That means hotspot is an area which faces serious threats from human activity. That means those they will be individuals or the species they are present in a region, they gives harm by human activities one. So these areas are the area with a very high level of species richness and high degree of endemism. It is called as biodiversity hotspot. India is well known for its rich in biodiversity one. And out of the Indian landmass, there should be a 23.39% of area is covered by the forest and the trees one. So according to the forest landmass or the area, the richness of flora and fauna, they are greater in India one. According to a scientist, Norman Mayer, he defines the biodiversity hotspot as the region which are known for their high species richness and endemism. For the biodiversity hotspot, there are some criteria. That means the species richness and the area acquired. So these particular two things, they are majorly classify or decide the area is a hotspot one. So the biodiversity region qualifies the two criteria for a hotspot. So out of this one, first are nothing but the region should have at least 1500 species of a vascular plants one. Then second criteria are nothing but it must contain 30% or less of its original habitat. That means 30% of species they are present to its original habitat. So it is simply called as a biodiversity hotspot. Now we comes on a biodiversity, differentiation, a richness depending upon flora and fauna in India. So biodiversity in India are they majorly consist of a large number of plant and animals with their the richness one. So in which the more than 500 species of mammals are present in India, as well as also 200 species of birds, more than 30,000 of different species of insects they are localized into India, and this flora and fauna they are also protected by the 101 national park, 333 sanctuaries and 35 zoological parks one. And in this diverse area they are also consisting more than 15,000 flowering plant and 2,546 species of fishes one. So this will be only a Indian hotspot or the Indian biodiversity. So at worldwide we just focus the different biodiversity hotspots present in a world. The area serving as a richest spot for biodiversity location as term a biodiversity hotspot. That means richest spot of differentiate to flora and fauna richest at a specific area around the world. There are 36 areas are qualified as to a hotspot one, and these 36 areas represents about 2.4% of earth land surface. See, in this short or the minimum area they given us to 36 areas one. Then the biodiversity, in a simple way we says that they comprises the variability of all life forms present on the earth are nothing but a biodiversity one, and it including all the fauna flora species present on the planet one. Here we enlist the sum of a hotspot depending upon their location or the areas one. So which one are those? The first are North and Central America zone or the hotspot. Second, South America. Third one, Asia Pacific zone or the hotspot. Then fourth one, Central Asia. Then Europe, and last one, the Africa one. So these are the some richest one biodiversity area, and they are located or says that in a biodiversity hotspot one. Out of these 36, 10 are most threatened biodiversity hotspot, and those are enlisted here: the Cerrado, Himalayas, Polynesia, Micronesia, Atlantic forest, Indo-Burma, Philippines, Meridian peat oak woodlands, coastal forest, Cape Floral region, Mesoamerica. These are the 10 most threatened biodiversity hotspots. Now, this biodiversity hotspot given us with some importance. So, the first one are nothing but this site or the region supports nearly 60% of the world's plant, bird, mammal, reptiles and amphibians one. Then after second importance, about 20% of a human population is inhabited in hotspot area. Then it supports more than 15,000 of endemic plant species. Then after, hotspots are among the richest and most important ecosystem on the planet. So these are the some importance of biodiversity hotspot one. So these are the threatened biodiversity hotspot. They are present in the worldwide one. Biodiversity hotspot protection effects or the given to a protection efforts one. When they are not controlled by the human being or the any NGOs one, that time we take some efforts one, and these efforts are nothing but we says that simply for to protect the biological diversity or the biological hotspot, in which the first one are nothing but building significant awareness within the society to work on biodiversity, communities and livelihood. That means save the biodiversity and to protect biological hotspot. You can do that by practicing a social forestry. Then the second protection efforts is mainstreaming of a biodiversity, communities and livelihood into a development planning priorities of this hotspot one. Majorly we control, develop, plan and use to save. Then next one, efforts innovative and the strong responses to illegal wildlife trade. That means we save the wildlife conservation or the wildlife protection one. The next one, efforts empowering and creating awareness among the communities to engage in a conservation management efforts one. Those they will be a conserve, we given to encourage them. Then next one, protection efforts for a biodiversity hotspot is safeguard the endemic and the priority species by mitigating threats to a wildlife endangerment one. Now the different reasons they given to a loss of biodiversity, in which the primitive and the well-known measure are nothing but a habitat destruction due to a human dwelling and number of activities is given by human being in their normal habitation. They destroy, destruct, and such a way they are harmful to the such a species one, and they are threatened one, because of a biodiversity hotspot is a biogeographic region that is both a significant reservoir of biodiversity and is threatened with a destruction is given by only a human being one. And this area upon a biodiversity, they are rich in a species one as well as also high degree of endemism. Then next one, a reason for biodiversity loss is nothing but a pollution and environmental degradation. It is also caused by a human being. Then the third one reason are nothing but a poaching. Same one for the commercial value given a wildlife. So number of animals as well as also the plants and other constituent they gives economy. That time the man they should be a kill them for the different sources earning from the animals or the wildlife one. Then the fourth one parameter or the reason for a biodiversity loss is nothing but the sudden change or the climate change they are occur, and a number of individuals they should give a endangered one, because of sometimes the flood, water crisis, tsunami. These are the events naturally they should be occur and gives hazardous effects on the individuals they are present in the particular regions or the area, and the biodiversity hotspot they are affected one. In this particular topic, the biodiversity hotspot, the hotspot is a region which are known for their high species richness and they are also endemism. Then what about the flora and fauna they are present in India? According to, we simply says that India is rich in a biodiversity one. Then worldwide there are a presence of 36 biodiversity hotspots, and out of these the 10 most threatened biodiversity hotspot they are present in the world one. Then after, now the question set or the times for question one. So here also same one with topic name. The definition is biodiversity hotspot. What is a biodiversity hotspot? The area are with very high levels of species richness and high degree of endemism called as biodiversity hotspot. Then same one, the questions are asked on biodiversity hotspot. Then short note about biodiversity hotspot in the world, importance of biodiversity hotspots, reasons for biodiversity loss. Then after, the multiple choice questions, in which the first one, hotspots is a region which are known for their richness and endemism. The answer for this question is the species. So hotspot is a region which are known for their species richness and endemism one. Then second one, multiple choice question about biodiversity hotspot in the world. That means how many biodiversity hotspots are present in a world. Options are 31, 33 and 36. How many? There are the 36 biodiversity hotspots in a world. The answer is C, 36. The next one question, the biogeographic zones acquired varied landmass throughout the country. That means those they will be a threatened one. So how many? The 10s are. The options are first 11, second 10 and third 13. The answer is 10. The 10 biogeographic zones acquire varied landmass throughout the country. I hope you all understand about what is a biodiversity hotspot, criteria for biodiversity hotspot, and which one are the different hotspots they are present worldwide, and then after the threatened hotspot they are localized in India.